On the news this morning, stakeholders tax MPC on credible 2023 national census. WHO decorates Mrs. Soludo as cervical cancer champion. UN pledges commitment to impactful works in Nigeria. Before the news and detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the news. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Anambra State Governor Chukwuma Soludo has identified numbers as critical for effective planning purposes. Governor Soludo was speaking at the Professor Dora Akunyili Women Development Center, Awka, on the occasion of Anambra State Stakeholder Summit on 2023 Population and Housing Census. Government House correspondent Valentine Mbadoa has details of this report.
Governor Soludo, in his remark, emphasized that population is one of the criteria for distribution of national resources and must be taken very seriously. He emphasized funding Anambra to be part of the census by allowing themselves to be counted, noting that numbers is very important for government to plan effectively. Governor Soludo tasked the National Population Commission to be diligent in the discharge of their duties while calling for effective collaboration of Anambra and assured total commitment of the state government towards having a successful census.
We must be citing development relative to the number of people that need it, isn't it? You cannot plan without statistics. If you cannot measure it, you cannot change it. That is the importance of this census. And I want our people to take it very, very seriously.
The chairman, Anambra State Traditional Rulers Council, and Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Nemeka Achebe, who pointed out the challenges affecting accurate census, harped on the need for improved service delivery.
We need to have accurate census. Everything, planning, everything, development, etc.
Mr. Chidezoke, the National Population Commissioner representing Anambra State, assured that the Commission is committed to delivering a credible, digital, reliable, and acceptable census in 2023. He noted that the event marks a major milestone in the journey towards the first ever digital census in Nigeria and commended Governor Soludo for his support.
Today's event marks a major milestone in the journey towards the first ever digital census in Nigeria. It provides us with a unique opportunity so that together we can ensure the successful conduct of a digital, credible, reliable, and acceptable census in 2023.
The national president, Anambra State Association of Town Union, Barrister Titus Abudo, on his part, assured that the town union, in collaboration with the traditional rulers, will ensure effective community participation given the importance of census towards community development. Anambra State Director, National Orientation Agency, Barrister Charles Nwoji, in his address, pointed out the disadvantages of inaccurate data to include uneven and lopsided development and political marginalization, and assured that they would change the narrative through widespread awareness to motivate persons, families, and groups to get counted. The event, with the theme Getting the People Involved, was organized by the National Population Commission in collaboration with Anambra State Government and featured decoration of Governor Soludo as Census Ambassador. The Deputy Governor, Dr. Onyeka Chukwuibe Zim, Head of Service, Barrister Theodora Igwebe, traditional rulers, community leaders, the APGA candidate for Idemili North and South Federal Constituency in the forthcoming general election, Chief Iken Iyebu, among other critical stakeholders, attended the event. In Awka, Valentine Mbadoa reporting for ABS News.
Governor Chukwuma Soludo has reassured that his administration will champion massive youth empowerment, job and wealth creation to accelerate economic growth and development in the state. Governor Soludo stated this while flagging off an intensive empowerment program tagged One Youth, Two Skills at the International Convention Center, Awka. The program, which was organized by the Anambra State Ministry of Youth Development, attracted over 2,000 youths in Anambra, members of the State Executive Council among others, and was aimed at preferring solutions to youth arrestiveness and crimes by ensuring the youth acquire skills and are positively engaged. Correspondent Blessing Uchendo filed this report, taken from here.
While flagging up the program, Governor Soludo said that his administration will help in building youths for the future. He said that the program is a process for productive empowerment, noting that his agenda is to have one youth that has at least 2 skills and can become employer of labor. Governor Soludo, while commending organizers of the event, noted that 2 billion naira has been mapped out for special programs for youths of Anambra State and assured the participants that when successfully trained, they will be assisted with funds to enable them to start off businesses.
But to lay that foundation, we must have an educational system that produces whose products are productive at home and exportable abroad. We want to have our education system for the 21st century. And we have begun a whole lot of things will change, but we are starting at the foundational level, because the quality of our educational system is defined by the quality of teachers and the quality of teaching. And we are starting, I think, in the next 1 or 2 weeks, we will have about 5,000 teachers that we are going to recruit.
Earlier in his welcome address, the Commissioner for Youth Development, Mr. Patrick Agamba, said that the essence of the workshop with the theme Raising Smart Entrepreneurs for a Prosperous Anambra State was to prepare the minds of the selected trainees for the journey ahead, noting that 22,000 youths applied for the program, which would begin with 5,000 target beneficiaries that will be strategically scaled up in due course.
Our ministry, in pursuance of this massive job creation mandate given to it, has adopted measures that ensure effectiveness. Hence, the apprenticeship and entrepreneurial model being used in the training. This requires that the trainees will be sent to business owners for a long duration of 4 to 7 months to learn the skills and the business in its within business environment.
On their parts, some of the guest speakers, including the Commissioner for Local Government, Community and Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Tony Collins Mwabwanne, the Chairman of Nigeria Association of Small and Medium Enterprises, Anambra State Chapter, Mr. Chinemerem Ogwebe, and Reverend Gospel Obunna, among others, expressed confidence that if Anambra youths can key into skill acquisition programs, crime and unemployment will be reduced as many youths will be engaged meaningfully.
Million and more ideas this idea. Crack it very much. Look at it, just shake your head, sit down.
Some of the masterclass trainers, including Messrs. Emmanuel Anyuku and Amaka Okudele, promised to impact the right knowledge on the trainees even as they urge them to put in their best into the program.
Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonye Soludo, has called for the integration of smarter technology in the treatment of cervical cancer. Mrs. Soludo stated this in Oka during her investiture as a cervical cancer champion in Anambra State, while the World Health Organization, WHO, Anambra State Ministry of Health, and Clinton Health Access Initiative, CHAI, correspondent Daniel Ezigwe reports.
Champion of this cervical cancer treatment and elimination in the state.
This is more than that.
WHO, Anambra State Ministry of Health and CHAI have groomed a joint partnership to provide free screening and treatment for cervical cancer for 5,000 Anambra women in the first batch of the program. Speaking shortly after her official declaration, Mrs. Soludo re-emphasized the importance of early diagnosis, considering the fact that cervical cancer is medically curable if discovered early. The governor's wife also called for the involvement of smarter technology and vaccines for the treatment of the illness and health partners in the state to help the government in those regards. She further appealed to the program coordinators to ensure that the screening and treatment exercises reach women in the rural areas and, most importantly, those in communities affected by flood.
As we are doing this now, we want continuity. Because this cancer are killing our people. Our women are dying. The statistics is there. Every day people die of cancer. And these are especially this cervical cancer we are dealing with. It can be prevented. We can bring it down to zero if we need training. We need to train the personnel. We need to have the centers scattered everywhere.
Earlier, the Southeast Zonal Coordinator of WHO, Dr. Chukwumuanya Iweku, and his Anambra State counterpart, Dr. Adamu Abdul Nasir, said that Anambra State government under the present administration has shown honest commitment to rebuilding the state's health sector by coming up with strategic health policies and engaging reputable global partners.
The WR came and they had very high level and very fruitful policy dialogue, and WHO has also committed to supporting the state to do those priority programs and activities that will really impact on the lives of the people in terms of prevention, curation, and also rehabilitative.
The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Afam Obidike, on his part, said that prior to this time, Anambra State had no cancer database nor the right partnership and necessary health logistics to tackle its emergence, but that through partnerships with WHO and other bodies, plans have advanced to correct the anomalies. He said that the pilot program will kick off with 3 teaching hospitals and 6 primary health care centers across the 3 senatorial districts of the state.
They have accepted to help us to get a consultant to get the data. Then secondly, the cervical cancer is one of the major killers of cancer women suffer from. And the unfortunate thing is this can actually be gotten on time and be treated. And the more important thing, it can also be prevented.
The child coordinator for Anambra State, Dr. Olusegun Adewole, said that his agency has provided adequate technical support for the program as well as partnering with the state in many other health initiatives. Wife of the Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Mrs. Oluchi Ibezim, was present at the event. From the Governor's Lodge, Amobia, Daniel Ezigwe, ABS News.
Anambra Governor's wife, Mrs. Nonya Soludo, has urged the households in the state to take advantage of quality and accessible health services by getting insured by the Anambra State Health Insurance Agency, ASHA. Government House correspondent Daniel Ezigwe filed on this report.
Mrs. Soludo, who stated this in Oka, observed that with the rising cost of accessing quality healthcare in Nigeria, it is important for families, especially low-income households, to register with the state-owned health management agency to reduce health burdens. She explained that getting insured by ASHA helps a lot in most health emergencies and gives the insured an edge over serious sicknesses. Mrs. Soludo also pointed out that it is important to insure women and children given their health vulnerability and to also checkmate maternal and child killer illnesses. She noted that with the insured having options to select from a pool of good hospitals in the state, the scheme has been streamlined to favor every person residing in the state. Intending registrants can get insured by ASHA with a premium of 12,000 naira, which covers access to health services for a period of 1 year. In Oka, Daniel Ezigwe, ABS News.
The United Nations UN has pledged commitment to renewing its mission in securing peace and prosperity for all across nations and in Nigeria in particular. Reports show that there have been significant achievements in the areas of peace, security, health and humanitarian assistance, among other engagements, since the inception of the UN-Nigeria Joint Cooperation. Princess A.P. Ajide has details of this report.
The cooperation led to the existence of 24 UN agencies active in Nigeria today and touches every state and the FCT in the country. The UN mission in Nigeria used the occasion of the 77th United Nations Day to exhibit its works in the country, showcasing the breadth and depth of projects implemented in the 35 states and the FCT. Addressing the assemblage, the UN resident and humanitarian coordinator in Nigeria, Matthias Kamal, stressed that relies on the ideals and values of the mission in order to attain peaceful coexistence cannot be overemphasized in spite of the numerous threats of climate change, conflict, COVID-19, among others. Mr. Skmel noted that since the inception of the UN in October 24, 1945, the mission had determined to save succeeding generations from the scourge of war which had brought untold sorrow to mankind. Hence, its constant engagements to promote peace and stability across the globe. According to Mr. Chkamel, who was represented by the World Health Organization country representative in Nigeria, Dr. Walter Malumbu, in order to drive the vision, the mission is already making preparations for the signing of a new cooperation framework aimed at re-establishing their strong support to the Nigerian government and the people.
Reaffirm our commitment to organization ideals and values and renew our mission to secure peace and prosperity for all in the humanity. In 2022, we still face great challenges. I mentioned the ongoing war, but we also have other challenges that are threatening our well-being, like climate change, conflict, and COVID-19 pandemic. We are not yet out of the wood, even if the general figures are improving thanks to the rollout of the COVID-19 vaccination.
The theme for this year's UN Day is the UN and Nigeria Partner for Peace, Prosperity and Sustainable Development, which is a kind of pledge to uphold their core mandate by leaving no one behind, especially the most vulnerable. In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide, ABS News.
Remember that you can follow ABS from many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points again. Stakeholders have taxed MPC on credible 2023 national census. WHO has decorated Mrs. Soludo as cervical cancer champion. UN has pledged a commitment to impactful works in Nigeria. And here's a special message once again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround, maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's the size of a package this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chidimma Oranwa. Good morning.